Today we're taking a look at these college basketball matches, which are happening on Saturday, February 25, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want to access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Auburn vs Kentucky. The Wildcats have had some ups and downs this season, but as of their last few games, Kentucky has found a rhythm. They have won 3 straight games as their defense has started to shore things up. They are stopping their opponents and have been able to score at will inside the paint. They showed this style of play in their latest game against Florida. For Auburn, they have struggled as they have lost 4 of their last 6 games. They have won 2 of their last 3 games, but their latest game had a close win against the worst team in the SEC, Ole Miss. Auburn is trending down right now and Kentucky is trending up. Take the Wildcats to cover. Kentucky is going to win this game on Saturday, and with that will bring an interior presence that will slow the game down and focus on interior play. Expect the game to be low scoring due to struggles from behind the 3-point line. The under is 14-5 in the Tigers' last 19 versus a team with a winning straight-up record. Take the under on Saturday. Rhode Island vs Fordham. Taking Fordham to cover their spread in this battle of the Rams for a couple of reasons. Fordham is the better team overall, ranking better in both offensive and defensive efficiency according to KenPom, and they enjoy the benefit of playing at home, where they have a 16-2 record. Expect Fordham's defense to be troublesome for a below-average Rhode Island offense that averages 66.1 points per game on the season and shoots the ball under 30% from 3. In terms of trends, Rhode Island has failed to cover in 7 of their past 8 road games following a home stretch and has failed to cover in 4 of their past 12 road games. Meanwhile, Fordham has covered in 7 of their past 9 Saturday games and in 9 of their past 11 games overall, making me confident in taking Fordham to cover their spread in this one. Take Fordham -8 points. Taking the over in this one for a couple of reasons. I mentioned earlier that Fordham's defense will be troublesome for Rhode Island, however, I do not expect it to impact the total as much as the spread. These teams tend to play at a faster pace and more offensive when facing off against each other. The last time they played earlier this season, the game went 25 points over the total set at 136. Both teams rank above average in terms of adjusted tempo according to KenPom, with Fordham ranking 56th, which we can expect to bleed over to Rhode Island as well. Rhode Island will have to keep pace with Fordham in order to compete, which will result in more possessions and in turn more points for both teams. Lastly, Fordham has gone over in their past 4 consecutive games and in their past 4 games against a team with a losing record, making me all the more confident in taking the over for this matchup. Take over 138.5 points. West Virginia vs Kansas. About a month ago it seemed like the world was ending for the Jayhawks. Since then they have rattled off 5 straight wins, with 3 of those coming by double digits. West Virginia has been very poor on the road, having won only a single conference game away from the house. West Virginia has been relying heavily on their ability to get to the free throw line, and that isn't a sustainable path to offense. Likewise, defensively they have been sending opponents to the line at far too high a rate. Kansas should control the glass and the ball at home here, and I expect to see the Jayhawks generate several points in the open court. The Mountaineers have been strong on the offensive glass, but that won't be enough to keep them in this one. Take Kansas at home in this one where the favorite is 6-0 in the last 6 between these two. Take Kansas -7 points. Kansas is one of the faster teams in the country, and they like to push it in transition any opportunity they get. West Virginia plays more of a chameleon role and matches the pace of their opponents, with 5 of their last 6 have at least 69 possessions. West Virginia has been able to pull down missed shots at a higher rate and should get several quick putbacks. Kansas has been dominant in the paint offensively and should continue to get what they want. I also expect to see the Jayhawks shoot better from distance here as they are at home. The play is the over. Take over 151.5 points. Akron Zips vs Western Michigan Broncos. Akron has been fantastic all season and will continue to roll Saturday afternoon. Look for Akron to bounce back from their recent loss as they will overpower a bad Western Michigan team. Take the Akron Zips to do enough Saturday on their home floor to get the win and cover. Our team pick is Akron Zips minus 15 points. Lamar Norman Jr. is the offensive leader for Western Michigan this season, scoring 17.7 points per game on 40.7% shooting go along with a team-leading 2.9 assists. Trey Maddox Jr. averages 11.5 points, and Titus Wright is scoring 8.5 points per game as well. Big man Marquise Hastings averages 8.1 points and a team-leading 9.5 rebounds per game. Akron will go back home Saturday afternoon 10 games 1.500, following a 19-point loss to Toledo that ended a long winning streak. Offensively, Akron struggled and made only 44.1% of their shots and just 50% from the free throw line, leading to the double-digit loss. Defensively, Akron was outmatched as Toledo scored 84 points, including 47 in the second half, on 52.5% shooting and 50% from downtown. Xavier Castaneda is the offensive leader for Akron this season, averaging 21.4 points per game on 42.6% shooting to go along with a team-leading 2.8 assists. Trendon Hankerson is averaging 9.2 points per game, and Sammy Hunter chips in 6.9 points per game as well. Enrique Freeman leads Akron, averaging 11.1 points to go along with a second-best 15.9 points per game. Our total pick is under 138.5 points. Bowling Green Falcons vs Kent State Golden Flashes. Bowling Green comes into Saturday struggling immensely and will continue that trend against a good Kent State team. Look for Bowling Green to struggle on both sides of the ball, as the Golden Flashes will control this game. Take Kent State Saturday to do enough on the road to get the win and cover. Our team pick is Kent State Golden Flashes minus 11 points. Sincere Carey is the leader for Kent State this season, averaging 16.5 points per game on 40.2% shooting to go along with a team-leading 5 assists as well. Malik Jacobs averages 12.3 points, and Jalen Sullinger scores 8.3 points per game as well. Big man Mirine Thomas leads Kent State, averaging 5.2 rebounds per game to go along with 11.1 points as well. Bowling Green goes back home Saturday afternoon 8 games under .500 on the year, riding an 8-game losing streak after a 9-point loss to Miami, Ohio. Offensively, Bowling Green did shoot the ball well, making 42.6% of their shots, but made just 63.6% from the free throw line and committed 16 turnovers leading to the loss. Defensively, Bowling Green struggled, allowing 74 points, including 48 in the second half, to lose a 3-point halftime lead, as Miami, Ohio shot 46.4% in the game. Leon Ayers 3 leads Bowling Green this season, scoring 17.1 points per game on 48% shooting from the floor. Samari Curtis is averaging 12.5 points to go along with a team-leading 4.2 assists, and Caden Metheny averages 11 points per game as well. Rashawn Ag averages 10.1 points and leads Bowling Green, averaging 5.7 rebounds per game. Our total pick is under 149.5 points. Syracuse vs Pittsburgh. Syracuse is playing better, the Orange have won 3 of their last 5 games, but Pitt has been very strong at home all year, where the Panthers are 13-3. The Panthers are holding teams to just 41.2% from the field this year, and Pitt has played their best at home. The Panther defense should be the difference in this matchup. Take Pitt minus 5.5 points. Pittsburgh has been one of the top defensive teams in the nation all year, and the Panthers are also a slower tempo team. Pitt is 203 out of 263 teams in adjusted tempo, and the home team usually dictates pace. Syracuse has also been strong defensively this year. The Orange are holding teams to just 42% from the field. Take the under 145.5 points. Washington State vs California. California has just 3 wins all year. The Golden Bears have been horrible this season. Washington State has been inconsistent this year, but the Cougars still have 14 wins, and WSU is also on a 4-game winning streak. Even though the Cougars are just 3-8 on the road, most of their losses away from home have come against tough competition, and Washington State has been competitive in nearly all of its road losses. The Cougar has held teams to 44.8% shooting from the field. WSU should be fine against a Cal team that is shooting 39.5% for the season. Take Washington State minus 11.5 points. Both of these teams have struggled significantly offensively, and each team has also been respectable defensively. WSU is shooting just 42.1% from the field, but the Cougars are holding teams to 44.8% shooting. Cal is shooting just 39.5% from the field, but the Golden Bears' defense has been decent. Cal is holding teams to 45.4% shooting. California is also 352 out of 363 teams in adjusted tempo, and the home team usually dictates pace. Take the under 124.5 points. George Mason vs. Dayton. The Flyers are giving up just 54.3 points in their last 4 games, while the Patriots are allowing 66 points in their previous 5 games. The assist-to-turnover ratio tells us what we need to know about these offenses, as Dayton is 76th in college basketball, with a 1.184 ratio heading into this game, while George Mason is 166th in the sport, with a 1.031 ratio up to this point. Go with the Dayton Flyers as they seem to be the overall better team in this matchup. Our team pick is Dayton Flyers minus 10.5 points. Both teams have done very well throughout the season at limiting points, as the under has hit in 17 of their 28 games thus far. A big reason has been that both programs are on the methodical side of things, as Dayton is 333rd in the country with 66.5 possessions per game, while George Mason is sitting at 194th in NCAA with 69.8 possessions per game right now. Neither offense is clicking lately, with the Patriots scoring 65.8 points in their last 4 games, while the Flyers are averaging 65.6 points in their previous 5 games. All in all, go with the under 130.5 points to hit in this game.